Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Corsa Archipelago. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Any word with more than 4 letters confuses me. So we only have one location we can start at here, so let's just go ahead and go there. We start off on this really long straightaway, and when you have a really long straightaway, you need something that's really fast. So we're going to go with the drag version of the Moonhawk here, and it should get over 200 miles per hour before we get to the end of this thing, and then at the end of this thing, there's something fun we can do. You'll see it soon enough, I'm sure, so I'm not going to say what it is, so you get, maybe 10-15 seconds of suspense starting, 10 seconds ago, because you can kind of already see it. And at this point, you can definitely see it. You might not be able to tell what it is, but you can see it, and now you can tell what it is. It is a ramp! And if we hit that ramp right in the middle, we get to fly. And boy, do we fly. And I love the way the exhaust on this thing leaves that, trail behind it, like some sort of crazy-looking aircraft. And then, boom. I, however, though, want to land in the middle of this thing because it looks like a bullseye, doesn't it? I want to land right in the middle of this, but we were using a drag car and it wasn't fast enough. So what's faster than this in this location? The Wentworth DT40L. You're like, well, WhyBeAre, that's a bus. Yeah, but it has the hero version with the rockets. That's fast. And actually, this is a little bit too fast for the situation because this one can overshoot the middle of the bullseye, which is not what I want to do. I want to try to get right in the middle. So when we're near the ramp, we're going to let off the gas just a bit. And that should get it real close to the center of the bullseye. So we're going to keep flooring it all the way until right here. And then we're just going to let it fly all on its own. We're not going to touch anything. Well, maybe we'll touch the camera. We're not going to do any extra thrust with the rockets to try to reposition it. It's going to fly and land where it lands. Because I feel like that's the fair way of doing things. And where is it going to go? Pretty good. That thing is... That's centered right on the bullseye. I could not have done that any better than that attempt, I'm pretty sure. And then, of course, doing something crazy like that does completely destroy the bus. So what if we wanted to destroy the bus in a different way? Well, of course we can do that. This time we're going to avoid the jump and we're going to skim across the water. And I think we'll actually be able to make it all the way to the bullseye with these speeds. I tried it earlier with the drag car. We're almost able to get to the bullseye, but this one, with its extra 30-40 miles per hour at the end of the road, might be able to make it. Let's see if it can. Skim across that water. It made it. It made it. No, sort of. That's close enough for me. It got above it momentarily and then it fell to the ground. I consider that a complete success. So now back over to here, and this time we're going to drive this thing one more time, but this time we're going to keep it on the road. Well, that's not very fun, actually, now that I think about it, keeping it on the road. We're going to crash it at the end of things and then just reset it in that spot. That seems like the best way of doing things. So over there's a red thing. We're going to slam into that. I can't tell exactly what it is from here. It is a brick wall. There we go. Not much bus left after that one. And then we can just teleport it back a little bit to right there. And we'll keep driving the bus for a little bit more because there's another thing I want to do with the rocket power that this thing has. I just got to make sure I don't accidentally overshoot the corner by going too fast. Uh-oh. Slow it down. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Oh, just barely clearing it. That was good. Although we got another tight corner we have to do up here. It's basically a hairpin corner in a bus. This is going to be good, isn't it? All right. Whip it. Whip it. Okay. That's probably about as best as you could do in the situation, I would think. We're just going to, cut through the dirt because that's the only way I think it'll make it through. And there we go. We're good to go. Well, we got another tight corner. Hold up. These are the bus's natural enemies. And we're good. Okay. Finally made it over here. So what's over here? We got a drag strip type location so we can make the bus come to a stop, reset it so we got all the rocket fuel, and then just go for a drag race for as long as you can possibly want. This thing is just as long as the one we were doing earlier. So the bus should have just enough rocket fuel to make it to the end of this thing. It might tap out a little bit before the end, but it's going to get 99% of the way probably. Or at least real close to it. Still rocketing, and there's barely any road left. We are out of rockets, and there's the end. So, maybe 95% of the way was rockets. It was real close to being the whole way in rockets. And now the bus is going underwater. Not much to look at, so we'll reset it. And then we'll swap it for something that's a little bit more suitable for the next environment we're going to. We're going to go with an ETKI series, and we're going to get the Rally-Gravel Edition, because we're going to be driving on a gravel terrain. We just got to get out of here real quickly. So I'm going to do a quick 180 there. You'll also notice there is a return road for this strip if you wanted to use it. But me, I prefer just to drive off the edge and keep accelerating all the way down it. I don't know exactly how long it is, but I would say it's at least over a mile for sure. It is a very long road that you can do a lot of things on in terms of top speed testing. So over here to our right is the next area we're going to be taking a look at, and it's a little bit hidden, the entrance to it. It doesn't actually look like an entrance, or maybe it's not the correct way to get in. I don't know the real way to get in, but what you do is just kind of sneak your car in through there, and ta-da, you're here. So this is just a oval with a hairpin on each side, basically. So you get to one side, you do the hairpin corner, and then you go to the other side and do the other hairpin corner. So if you're one of those people who really likes doing the hairpins at rallies, this is for you. Or if you just want to practice doing it to get better at it, well, this is also for you. As you can see, I could definitely use more practice as I go slightly astray and underbrake and overbrake, and I'm just all over the place. I'm sure with enough practice here, I could figure out exactly where I need to brake, and I could do excellent. But I'm not right now. Maybe we brake it about that line. That's why that line is there. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then around it, not bad at all. All right. This side didn't have a line though, did it? No, so this one you just got to estimate it to be like here. And I way underestimated it. All right. Last try. We gotta get 2 good ones in a row. Here we go. The crowd over there is booing at me saying, come on, WhyBeAre, you know you can do this. Now they're cheering me on like, come on, you got this. You got this. Hairpin 1. Clipping the apex. Okay, or crashing into the wall if there was a wall there. I don't know. We made it though. At least I didn't overshoot it into the water. It could have been really bad if I did that. All right, here we go. That was good. I don't think I'm going to do a better hairpin than that, so I think we're going to call it right now. And for this next one, we're just going to mess around. I'm going to try to tap the wall, and oops, I missed the wall. Okay, we're going to tap the dirt, and well, we're going to stall out the car halfway through the corner, and we did it. That was totally the plan, yeah. No, not at all, but it was funny. All right, now we'll just finish this up by hitting the ramp over here, and we'll pop into the air, hopefully get a nice jump going. Yep, and into some boulders. I kind of see the damage a little bit before we put this thing upright. And now grab a car for paved roads. We're going to go with the track version of the Pessima because we're going to a track. Makes perfect sense to me. We'll actually be doing 2 tracks with this thing if everything goes according to plan. You can tell this is not a rally car as it struggles its way out of the dirt. Now the goal is to do both of those tracks without crashing the car, which I think should be possible. It's kind of interesting though. You have a track inside of a track over here, and you'll see exactly what I mean after we do a couple of laps of each one. The first thing we're going to do is a bigger oval track, and you can already see it just in front of us. We just got to get onto it. It's a little bit of a maze to get there, so you got to take a left over there, and then there's a little hole over to our right, and we sneak on through that, and now we can go onto the main track and do a couple of laps here. And again, do not crash on the course. Do not crash on the course. That got too close. I thought I was going to crash already. It's like you did 1 corner and you already crashed, WhyBeAre? That'd be embarrassing. But no, I just almost crashed. I almost crashed so hard, I feel like I should have crashed. Yeah, we can get this thing over 100 miles per hour here, so it's suited good for this. Slowing it down a little bit, keeping it on the track easy this time, so you're not going nearly as close to the wall, staying inside of the correct paved area. That's what I wanted to do the first time. We have another good corner in us. Yep, that's pretty good. Let's try to cut in a little bit harder though and go to the inside here, and we're going to go back where we came from almost, but we're going to continue along right here. And this is where the track within a track thing comes into play. So you'll see there's another oval over here, and this one's pretty much identical as far as I could tell to the gravel one we were doing earlier, except it's on a paved road. So we're going to do some more hairpin practice, and thankfully I'm better at hairpins on a paved road with hard barriers that'll punish you if you crash into them versus a dirt road and just lines where you can kind of overdo it and underdo it without much punishment. So like here, let's see. There we go. That's not bad. It wasn't super fast or nothing, but at least I maintained ground and didn't crash into anything. Try to do this one a little bit better this time. And a little tighter. There we go. That one was pretty decent. I'm okay with that. I'm sure, of course, you can go much faster, but I'm having a little bit of fun sliding it as well, you know? It's important to have fun as you drive. Nice. All right, that's the last one we're going to be doing. Now we're going to exit out. There's an entrance and an exit. I don't know which is which. We might have came through the exit, or we might be leaving through the entrance, or maybe it's both ways. Who knows? Point is, we're going this way. Then you have a little garage area over there. If you break your car down, you need to go repair it. That'd be cool. Someday, BeamNG really needs to have a repair mechanic that's built into the game somehow. And am I going too fast? Oh, no. We are good. All right. We made it through both racetracks without crashing the car. That is a huge success. to me. Because there were 2 times where I really should have had it crashed. They were so close to walls. I don't know how we didn't crash, to be honest with you. I'm just in shock that it actually worked out well. And oh, no, no. It was going too well, wasn't it? We got a little airborne, and when you're airborne, you can't slow down. You just keep flying right into the barrier. All right, come on, accelerate. We're gonna crash it one more time because it can still drive, and then we'll freshen it up. So I see a good bump right here. Nice, that was a real good bump. It got it spiraling through the air and stuff. That's beautiful. And there's no driving in this thing at all. It is dead, so we're gonna bring it back to the road. And we'll be replacing it soon enough with another car that's more suited for off-roading, but right now we got a little bit more paved road we can do. And another hairpin practice. All that practice paying off. That was actually pretty clean. Wasn't super fast or anything, but it was just nice and clean and no issues at all. I think the area that I want to go to is coming up very, very soon. It's right there, yeah. We'll try driving this on this, but I don't think it's gonna fare too well. Well, I guess it actually is doing okay. I thought we would have to go to an off-road vehicle, but look, we're going at 70 miles per hour. Barely staying on the road, but we are staying on it. So it's a road that goes along the beach for a long time. It basically circles the whole island almost. So we're not going to drive the whole thing because there are more things inside of the island I want to see. But that looks cool when the wing does that. I don't know why I like that so much, but it looks really cool and aggressive. Like, it's one of those things where they would probably never work. You would put that in a wind tunnel. It's like, this is stupid. But it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks real cool. Let's see, what's it look like from here? Yeah, it still looks cool. Also, we are front wheel drive only right now, I think. Yeah. So that hurts. Or wait, no, we're no wheel drive. We were just coasting. All right, well, I was gonna use a dirt car there. That's why this one couldn't take the jump. But it made it to the end, so that's impressive nonetheless. How about we do the track version of the Miramar now? I needed a car that wasn't too wide because we're gonna be using the backdoor entrance for this next track. I know there's a better way to get into it, but this technically works, even though it's not the correct way of going into it. So you'll see what I mean once we get there. The entrance is right up there. You can just see it now. So it looks like, oh, we got a solid wall, don't we? Haha, but that's where you're wrong. Hidden behind some of these bushes, there is the hidden entrance right there. Just sneak on through. And we are on another track. This is what you do when they won't let you on the track day anymore, but you know you're the best driver there and you just want to show off. You sneak into the track and then they're going to kick you off and ban you and you're going to go to jail, but you're going to put down the fastest lap that track has ever seen in the process. And that's all that matters to you, is that you're the record holder there. But everybody's going to say the record's invalid because you started halfway through the track and it's your cheater and you're banned anyways, but you don't care. You got the pride. You know you're the best. I don't know where I'm going with that. I just like making up stupid stories sometimes when I'm just cruising along like I'm doing right here. It's actually a pretty nice track. It has a lot of good elevation changes and lots of sweeping corners, but then also hairpins. It's a good variety of things. The things that I like. You know, I like the sweeping corners and elevation changes, and I like tight corners too. I don't like long straightaways. Long straightaways bore me. Because it's like, oh man, I messed up the exiting of the corner. Now I'm just going to get whooped on and I got no chance. But you know, with hairpins and swishy turns like these, you can actually make up ground if you mess up the corners a little bit on the straightaways and stuff. It's nice. Right there, we got a split in the road if you want to go to the pits or keep going. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to keep going. That's also why they say your time is invalid, because you literally wrecked your car before you crossed the finish line. You should have stopped there, but that didn't stop you. By the way, I'm steering left right now. This is as left as the car can go. It is absolutely ruined here. I want to just try to keep going for as long as it can, though. Oh, hey, crashing into that wall actually gave me some more steering to the left. The only problem is that the right wheel is the only one that sticks on the ground. The rear left one is just bouncing all over the place. All right, that's a success. We're going to run away now. Oh, or not. We're going to hit a tree because I got such poor steering and the car's damaged that badly. Wait, we can roll. We can roll. We're going to roll away from the cops. What cops? I don't know. It's imaginary ones. All right, now, back to another off-road car. We're all over the place. It's like one, then the other, then one, then the other. But it was really important we have the rally version because, look, we got to do this right there. Okay, we're good. Now we can go to the track version again. No, I'm kidding. We're going to do more than just that. It'd be funny if I did that, but we're going to do more than just that. We got to drive on paved roads just for a little bit with this thing, and it's more than capable of doing that because the dirt road is right here. Kind of got to swing around to enter it. That's another hairpin. Those hairpin tests, man, I failed that one. That one was not a fast entry. And I like this area. It's Pretty nice. It has a lot of elevation changes to it. Good amount of bumps. Lots of tight corners. It's the kind of rally course that I like. Although I wish I had a car maybe a little bit more powerful for this, because the hills sometimes make it where you got to go kind of slow and the bumps slow you down a bit more than you would want. But this is still my favorite stock rally car, and it'll have a good run at this, and I should be able to do it without crashing, because I don't have enough power to really get myself into trouble on the uphill sections. Just the downhill sections, because you can get into trouble with anything in the downhill sections because they can get kind of steep. Like right here though, the uphill gets a little steep, and it's like, come on car, I wish you had a little bit more power. Yeah, a little bit more, it'd been a little bit easier for you to get up there, but it's good enough. And the environment around the track looks decent. We got trees, we got rocks, we got flowers, we got bushes. All of the normal things that you would have around a rally course. Sometimes you got big mountains, sometimes you got little mountains next to you. There's everything, man. It's just a nice, solid course to drive on. That's the kind of thing. Like when something's just solid like this, there's not much to say. When something like bad, you can easily say, hey, look at that. That's bad or dumb or messed up. But when it's like this, like, yeah, it's a good course. I don't know what to say. Also, I'm trying to focus on driving here because I said I would do it without crashing, and that turned out to be a little bit harder than I expected because you do gotta brake a lot. Like right there, I barely braked enough. Getting way too close to the edge there, and I'm doing it again here. See, these are the downhill sections I was telling you about. When you get to the downhill, it's easy to get into trouble. 2 corners in a row, I almost got into trouble. Next corner, I might be a little bit safer though. All right, here we go. We're gonna slowing it down and 40 miles per hour, nice and safe. Okay, that was a little too slow, but better safe than sorry. Now up here, you see those banners? That means the next corner always will catch you off guard, so you gotta slow down real early. And there we go. That's how you did it. Like the first 2 times I tried to do this, I flew off of that corner, and I realized, you know what? I need to slow down some right there. And once I learned that, I was able to do it without flying off the corner. Imagine that. That's enough driving. We need an intentional crash. Look, we got a nice downhill here. We should be able to get a lot of speed. I see a rock over there. We're going to smash into that rock. Maybe it'll pop us into the air. Yep. Nice little spiral right there. And the car cannot drive. So we'll bring it back to the road, and then we'll keep on driving. See, it's nice to have a little bit of a wreck every now and then between the driving. Otherwise, the driving just gets a little stale in terms of commentary because I run out of things to talk about because I just end up focusing on that so much. But then you get the crash. My mind resets. And then we're done with the course anyway, so it doesn't matter. I should have crashed earlier. Oh well, how about we crash into another rock right here? That one wasn't quite as dramatic as the last one where it spiraled afterwards, but you can take a look at the damage real quickly before we bring it back up to the road. Gotta make sure I don't overshoot it a little bit more. And we're gonna make one small modification to this car before we continue on. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade the engine just a little bit by adding a bottle of nitrous to it. So we're going to do a 10-pound bottle with probably let's do a 100 kilowatt shot. I think that'll be enough for what I want it for. I just want it for one specific section of the next track we're going to. So like the last thing we were doing was more of a rally course. You were in the forest, going through hills. Now it's a little bit different. This one's more of a rally track because now you're surrounded by walls, and the feeling of the course is also different as well. So you can see we're coming up to it because there's a stand for the crowd to watch it. And for some reason, this corner has a habit of eating your car. Like, doing stuff like that, I've actually torn a left front axle real easily there once, so I'm always afraid of it. So anyways, you see here, got those walls on both sides so you can't accidentally overshoot things. And again, you got those nice tight corners that I like for rallying. And I don't like the long swishy ones for rallying. I like them for paved roads, but rallying, nah. Just rallies, it feels good. And we'll be coming up to the spot where it gets really steep in a second. And that's why I added the bottle of nitrous. So I'm gonna just freeze this real quickly as I enable the nitrous because I don't have a button on my controller to do it. And then climb the hill better. It helps a little bit. It was even worse before, I'll tell you that much. Although the hunting for a gear really messed it up. If it stayed in first gear, it would have actually done pretty decently there, I think. And then nitrous goes off because now we're going downhill. We definitely do not need the extra speed going downhill. I need the opposite. I need to slow down to make sure I don't crash into any walls. And we did permanently damage the engine some right there from that little itty bit of nitrous usage. This thing's already pretty high strung, so you start pushing it harder and it's easy to blow it up. So there's a lap of there. And we'll head back out. That was close. And we'll go ahead and actually swap this out for another car meant for paved roads. So let's have a little bit of stupid fun. We're going to go with the drift version of the Sunburst, which means I'm going to try to drift and crash eventually, but hopefully I'll get a couple of good drifts in. And And if I remember correctly, this thing is real slippery, so I don't need to use any e-brakes or anything for the drifts. I just kind of use the regular brakes and the gas. Yeah, it's already trying to drift. It's like, time to drift? No, not yet, car. We got to get to the area that I wanted to drift in, where there's a bunch of tight hairpins and stuff on paved roads, where I figured that'd be a fun place to try to drift. Right now, we just have a cliff that we don't want to fall off of, so best to keep it safe for now. I mean, we could fall off it. Why not? Heck, okay, here we go. Here's a quick fall off the cliff. Why not? Is it upright? Nope, it's not going to go upright. Those bushes are out of control. Anyways, look at the damage real quickly. It didn't get too badly damaged considering it fell off of a cliff. Engine's getting starved of oil though, so you got to bring it back up to keep it going. And now here we go. Here are the corners that I want to try to drift. First one. Can we drift it? Slowly, yes. Very slowly. I was being so careful right there because I was afraid of accidentally overdoing it and spinning out, but that was all right. I feel confident driving through these though because I'm not even trying to drift and I just kind of accidentally do when I floor it because of how slippery this thing is. Like, I'm not trying to drift at all right there. It's just, yeah, it happens. Here, I was trying to drift. As you saw, if I try to drift, I don't even drift. I don't know how that happens. Like, I was trying real hard to drift and then it just didn't. That was weird of me. I think the problem is I drift better with a car that's not made for drifting usually because of the way I drive. Doesn't make any sense. Like, I need something with a lot of steering angle and that's about it. The rest of it I can manage on my own. Like, when it's this slippery, it's just detrimental to myself because I end up sliding and drifting at like 10 miles per hour because I'm like, whoa! Like a dummy. Uh-oh, see? Oh, this is why we need... Well, actually, we're good. Trust the car, trust the car, trust the car! I don't trust this car one bit. I did not... I was saying trust the car, but I still didn't do it. Alright, cool. We made it to the final track that we're going to be doing. Now, we made it to the entrance to the final track that we're going to be doing, unless I went the wrong direction. Oh, there it is. This thing's just sliding all over the place. So this one is a mixed circuit. You have both paved roads and dirt roads. You see there's a paved road there, and then you got a dirt road. I guess this would be for like rallycross and stuff, so you'd have like a Joker lap. So this would be like the Joker, and the other one would be the regular. No, the other one would probably be the Joker, and that'd be the regular one. So the way that works is you would have a course, and you would do like 3 laps or whatever. One of them has to be on the longer route, and then 2 on the shorter route or something like that. And then if you also like do things that get you penalties, then you have to take the longer route extra. I think that's how it works. I know I played one game that had rallycross, but I didn't play it much, so my memory of that is kind of vague. Anyways, that's a lap of that. And that's almost everything this place has to show you. There are a few more roads here and there that I didn't cover, but that's all of the tracks as far as I know, and most of the roads. So I give you guys an aerial view of this, and until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya!